Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you're seeing this. Yes, I'm at work, uh, but came to talk to you about a solution. Solution to something that I think is age-old arguments, um, just like the BMI index in terms of weight and height, how much you should weigh opposed to the reality of your bone density and everything. I'm basing it off of sleep, fatigue syndrome, chronic fatigue syndrome, or as some people will call it, burnout. We all face it. We all deal with it. We all go through it at some point. Everybody's life is different, but we all get consumed by our own world. You know, everybody keeps pushing. Like you got some people, they work day after day after day after day. They don't even think about going nowhere else. You know, but they don't realize the toll it takes on them. Same as a construction worker, their body starts to break down on them, and they don't realize it. But with chronic fatigue, it's the it's the fact that you burn energy so fast and you don't get enough sleep, or you may sleep too long. And in most cases, I'm like, most people don't realize, I'm like, that portion is a big thing. I'm like, they say on average you need 8 hours of sleep. Some people only need six. For people that have chronic fatigue, they need nine hours of sleep, sometimes 10, depending. I'm like, sleep management is a big thing. These are, and mind you, I'm only throwing out different ways to alleviate the problem, but it's all case by case. It's all case by case. I'm like, you have to understand yourself better than the next person. Not be consumed, but also understand what you need to do. And honestly, I'm like, you got to plan it out. Prize boxers they take their training serious. In order to become a prize fighter, I'm like, you have to have a strict regimen. So when it comes to sleep, even if you're burning energy up so fast, understanding when to take a step back, when to jump back in, they time it out. So for somebody with chronic fatigue or burnout, they got to go to sleep early. They have if they got to be up late, they got to go. They're gonna be asleep for a lot longer than what they should be. They have to plan it out, you know. But managing your sleep is one thing. Your diet's another. Even if you go from eating, let's say, Cheez-Its or like Cheez-Its, brisket, or whatever the case, and you change your diet to understand, okay, let's say lean or Mediterranean. It changes everything. You drinking clean tea, you detoxing your body, because that also could be a thing. Your weight also could do that to you. Feeling sluggish, burning energy so fast, it does it. You know, social breaks are another thing, because, like, again, as I said, I'm like, you need to take a step back and understand yourself, cleanse yourself, feel better, do everything that you got to do. I hope you give it a chance, give it a try.